85,
90.
90, 95.
We're playing for keeps.
We're on the market. Stay strong, sir.
Sold!
Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 1st of April. My name's Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Pierre.
Gary, we've had a 100% success rate across the weekend. We sold across the weekend 200 out of 200 auctions.
Yep.
The most phenomenal result. So proud of our
amazing,
team.
yeah.
We've got such good processes and systems. We can sell properties at an auction that aren't even listed with us.
And that's
that gets
why
us to 200 out of 200.
And that's why we've sold the company and we're leaving. This is our last edition of GPTV. So I just want to thank all the viewers for watching GPTV for all these years. There'll be two other people here that'll be presenting next week as we sail off into the sunset.
Congratulations to the multi-million dollar magnates that have been watching the show that thought, you know what, I love the company so much they bought it.
Yes.
So we have sold out.
Yes.
Sold out for just under $1 billion.
Oh, you said you wouldn't say.
No, I couldn't. You know what? It was
such a show off.
Just under $1 billion.
Yes.
The new owners, they're going to get great value out of that investment. So just wonderful.
And we're looking forward to. We did get that point of that plane, Philip.
Finally,
and you are coming to that private island of mine.
Yes.
And that is your April Fool's Day news. Welcome to GPTV. I'm Gary Pierre.
I'm Philip Kingston. Let's get down to business because actually, whilst it wasn't 200 out of 200 and whilst no one has made us an offer for the business, so we'll be doing this for a lot longer.
And they're not offering thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions or billions or anything like that.
We did have a great weekend though, Gary. We had a...
My bloody oath we did, Phil.
We sold, Gary, 25 from 27. No April Fool's joke there.
93%
clearance.
Against the industry average of 63% as reported in REA. 64% was domain, but let's put up 63% versus 93%. I reckon that's pretty good. Slap on the back for you because you did all right, Phil. Well done.
And by the way, right, we made the joke, tedious and silly and pathetic as it was about having sold the business. If you are interested in buying the business, we're happy to talk. Right? Don't feel that an offer, any offer, is going to insult
generous
us.
terms, generous vendor terms. We're happy to look at that.
I just love to talk to somebody that would like to buy us.
But no one ever wants to buy a business. You know why I think they don't want to buy it? Because you know most businesses they say, look, we buy the business, you have to stay in it.
Correct.
The reason they don't want to buy our business is because they think we might stay in it. So that would be the reason why they wouldn't want to buy it. Phil, look, just off topic a little bit. New car, as you know, I've got a new car. I'm looking after it well.
Somewhat of a pretentious sports car.
Listen to you
an
and
expensive,
your big lounge room, your big
sports car,
Range Rover lounge room,
a convertible.
Yeah, that's all right.
There is nothing sadder. There's nothing sadder than an old man in a convertible.
I don't get out of it that fast, do I? I don't get out of it that fast, but you know, you have your dream car. You rock up, you see it parked out the front. This is what happened.
Yeah.
And the number plate is DKD.
Yep.
And when you see DKD, what do you think?
Dickhead die.
Exactly right. Dickhead, right? You think dickhead. So I roll up and I'm so excited.
Dickhead die.
Well, or just dickhead, right? DKD. And I roll up and I think, I am going to get so much thrown at me for having that number plate. And I look at the car and my heart just sinks. Anyway, I go inside and I'm like, really? Really? They go, no, that's not your car. So anyway, I escaped it.
I'm driving down. I don't know whether you saw me you were driving down Kooyong Road the other day and I was coming behind you. It was a beautiful hot day and you had the roof off.
Oh, it was beautiful.
And then all of a sudden, my whole screen just kind of blacks out and I wonder what's happened. And I put the wipers on and the black goes. And then I realised your toupee blew off and hit my windscreen.
I don't have a toupee.
I've got some dead cat.
Don't have hair envy.
Don't
have hair envy. He's got a lot of envy about my hair because I've got a lot of it. I don't cut it that often as he does. But, you know, don't have hair envy because there's nothing wrong with your Fanta red, beautiful, whatever hair you've got going on there. No.
Not that there's anything wrong with the toupee.
Anyway, let's just talk a bit about some other things, Philip. I went to Sydney. And Sydney. Firstly, I want to talk about stupid policies. Right?
Here we are.
We both
Gary's wins.
No. It's. I've got some beef, Phil. It's my beef. You can put it up. We've got some beef because. But we both agree on this. We both hate
I
stupid.
know what you're going to say.
No, do we hate stupid policies?
Stupid policies.
We hate stupid.
We've got a few.
We've got. Well, I hope not. But you know, the first thing is now they weigh your carry-on. Did you know that they weigh your carry-on?
I've never had my carry-on weighed.
Now you go Qantas, they weigh your carry-on, and you know we were 11.
Qantas just putting up another reason them to hate them.
I know, they just find them, don't they?
Like
Or they look
things,
for
were,
them.
things were going smoothly. They'd got through all of the crises.
They got rid of Alan Joyce.
Got rid of Alan Joyce.
Right.
Everything had settled down. They got a new managing director.
How can we piss off our customers now?
We haven't annoyed anybody for a while.
Right. We've got to do something about it. So now they weigh it, right? And they look at it and they go, well, that's 11 kilos. You can't be more than 10. Can you take something out of there? Yeah. Well, of course, you take it out. What are you going to do?
Give it to the person that's travelling with
you, right? We're going to put it back in 1 second later, right? And so I'm always curious about policy. I go, why 10 kilos? Because, you know why?
Why?
Because it can fall on your head and do damage, right? Now, I'm not sure where they weighted the weight of a neck breaking or whatever, because at 9.8 kilos, you're going to be fine if that bag falls on you. But at 10, you're done.
I reckon. And just out of interest, when was the last time you flew interstate and a bag fell on top of you?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I mean, I've travelled plenty of times interstate. In fact, I would say it would be more than 100 times.
Have you ever even heard or seen
I've had
or known?
Terrible coffee, I've had terrible service, I've had terrible food. We've been delayed, the air conditioning was too hot,
sat
too
next to the
warm.
toilet, the door flapped, everything else.
There were unruly passengers, there were
knocked with the trolley.
There were rude flight attendants. I've had everything, but not once have I had a bag somehow fall from a locker. Somehow the locker comes down and somehow it does a 360 degree
jumps
twist
out
and lands
on your head, comes back, doesn't fall on the aisle, falls on your head.
Good on you, Qantas.
Anyway, that was the first thing. Then we went for dinner to a beautiful...
Just on this issue.
And stupid policies. I can't stand stupid policies.
I've been flying Virgin of recent times, and I've got to tell you, I'm happy to be a Virgin customer.
You have to be a Virgin forever, aren't you, Phil?
I am happy to be a Virgin customer. And I've got to tell you, their flight lounges, if you happen to be watching this, the flight lounge at Melbourne Airport
very nice.
with Virgin kills the Qantas flight lounge.
It does.
And I'm a member at the Qantas flight lounge, and now I don't use it.
Yeah. The other thing, by the way, is the little bag. So my wife's got a little bag this big.
Yeah.
Can't take off without. You have to put that bag under your seat, right? Now the bag is little. Like it's not a big bag under the seat. So I want to know what part of the aeronautics of an aeroplane with a bag here versus there. Now, what damage can that bag do when you've got a seatbelt on and a little bag?
This is a real estate show, but if you are unhappy with your flying experience, ideas at garypeer.com.au, we can vent them for you.
And if we're doing stupid things,
let us know.
Let us know, because I'd hate to have stupid... The next stupid policy was Nobu we go to for dinner, which is beautiful. Love Nobu, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Anyway, where do I start? Sit down, a few people ordered cocktails. So we went with a conference, we took a crew of our people out, and we're well done to all of them because they're wonderful people. Anyway, they all get a cocktail, and I don't have a cocktail, I just want wine. So we ordered a bottle of wine. And we got a bottle of red and a bottle of white, and they say, which wine would you like? And I said, well, you bring them both. No, we can't bring both bottles out, right? We can only bring one bottle of wine. So the cocktails are on the table.
Why?
They go, oh, no, we can only bring one.
You know,
it's policy.
Robert,
so it's the red only. But hang on. Then it gets better. Then the food takes a lot. And I say, why is the food taking so long? Because it's so busy.
Right.
I look around and there's 1/3 of the restaurant booked.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, stupid policy, stupid scripts.
Viewers, if you've experienced dumb behaviour by us, seriously.
If we're doing anything dumb.
We're quick to criticise others.
Yeah, but we'll take it on too.
Seriously, we will take on your criticism of us seriously. All of the fluff of this show aside, there is no question we both have an aversion to poor service
and we're passionate.
Or dumb policies. If we've got some dumb policies or we've had some poor service, please let us know.
The only other thing...
Not on Google. Not on Google.
Yeah,
just direct to our inbox.
The last thing, Phil, I just want to say,
quickly.
Sydney, cafes opening everywhere.
Yep.
Cranes everywhere.
Yep.
Not seeing that in Melbourne.
Yes.
I've got to say that.
I
It's a
think
shame.
we're going to be very careful.
Yeah, no, but it's true.
We're in an election campaign now,
No,
Gary,
I'm just saying that we don't see...
We're
not going to be vanilla. You've got to take a stand sometimes. Stop being so gutless. The reality is that Sydney is moving ahead and Melbourne has been left behind. And I'm not in saying politics nothing.
Interesting, because we do know that the flavour of your politics is more on the conservative side, and we love you for it.
Could be.
I'm
open-minded.
Interesting that New South Wales is governed by a minority Labor government. I want to just shout out to Chris Minns, who's watching this show. We know as is Robert De Niro from Robert De Niro owns Nobu. But Chris Minns, who is the Premier of New South Wales, we think you're doing a great job. We think that you're probably the only leader of a government in Australia that stands up for
business,
aspiration,
progress.
His
Philip.
moral philosophies on life. I've got to tell you, he's a guy that I would actually vote for him.
No matter who he represented, I don't care who
Correct,
he represented. I'd vote for him.
He's a good guy.
Anyway,
good guy like Chris Minns.
Anyway, let's just get Melbourne back on track, Phil, because I'm telling you, it was disappointing
and
when I
let's
saw
get
that.
the Melbourne Football Club on track.
And the Carlton Football Club on track.
They are terrible.
How bad are our teams?
Terrible.
You know what? The best joy we'll have is when they play each other, because at least one of us will get a win.
I'm trying to keep this together. The teams that we follow might be, pardon the Irish term, shite, but our auction results and some of the results we've been getting in somewhat of a challenging market have been amazing. Gary, over to you. Take us through a few from the weekend.
You were denied the auction in 24 Steel Street, Phil, but it sold before auction for a great premium.
Terrific.
So well done to the seller
and
to the buyers alike. And a beautiful property, and the buyer had to fight to get it, and they got something great. Philip, 10 Olive Street was my joyful auction of the weekend.
I saw you doing the auction there, Gary, on Facebook or Instagram.
Yep.
Looked like you were having some fun.
I was having some fun. Well, I had a buyer that was going, come on, maybe we'll show a little bit of footage of this while I'm talking. And the buyer was like, wanting to, and I said, well, you do it then, you do it. So, and he did do it. So he did have some fun there.
Job,
1,178.5. Philip sold well over what we expected there, with some competition. By the way, underbidder came, I think, on the day, and I think the buyer emerged very late in the campaign. So you never know when buyers will turn up. Philip, 33 The Highway in Bentley. I joined you there. We had a bit of fun, and a lovely, delightful vendor who created a beautiful property there to the market, Philip.
Do you know what? I'm going to just bring your attention to the highway. This is a good location.
It's not really a highway, though, is it? It's called the highway, but it's a side street,
actually. But it was amazing. We talk about the melting pot that is now Australia.
Yes.
When I looked at the crowd, we had we had people from all
nationalities.
Different
the United Nations,
all religions. It was fascinating.
Yeah.
And that's what we love Melbourne for, which is its melting pot.
It is, and well done to the buyer and seller alike. One at 78 to 80 Hawthorne Road in Caulfield North. Well done to Graham Callan, who auctioned that opposite the park there. $647,000 bought that. And the highway, by the way, I think it's probably flashed up on the screen, but it sold for $2,150,000, which is just a little over the range. Phil, you had some fun at 6658 Inkerman Road. That was a fun and funny auction, and we had a lot of fun there.
There was a lot of fun there. Good result for the buyers, good result for the sellers. Good result for the buyers, actually, because they were the underbidders on a property 3 days earlier, so they'd kind of had their heart broken on one, and then they fell in love, and their heart got mended in Inkerman. Vendors, shout out to them, lovely people, and a shout out to all of those people that were inside of that auction that made the energy and the fun of that auction. So thank you to you all.
And to that elderly lady who you said that you were flirting, she was flirting with you shamelessly. Not quite sure that was right, but anyway, she enjoyed the auction too. Phil, 57 Alexander's the last one to review from the weekend. I got along to that auction, caught up with Leo Samuel there. He did a great job, smashed out of the park.
8 people bidding at that auction.
It was the most extraordinary auction, Philip, and there was some view early on that maybe the neighbour would have bought it because the neighbour has a substantial land holding.
Yes.
But the neighbour said, oh, well, I didn't think it was worth that particular money. There was a buyer from Sydney who was the underbidder. The person who bought it has got a building background, so they're going to make it even more beautiful.
Lovely.
So well done there. Let's talk about the auctions coming up this weekend, shall we?
How many have we got, Gary?
Plenty. Let's go through them. Phil, we have a couple of twilighters on Thursday. Daylight savings going to finish soon. We won't have them
this
anymore.
coming weekend, Gary, so we're making the most of it.
We are. We'll have a few twilighters in daylight savings gone as well. But anyway, on Thursday at 5 p.m, we're going to be in 12 Rowan Avenue in Bentley East. Great looking town residence.
4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a lock-up garage, and everything that opens and shuts. A double lock-up garage there, Gary. Leon Gusenfitter and Ben Eisner have the honours there.
You'll be full of joy and happiness if you come to this auction, Philip, at 6:30 on Thursday. It's in Fuller Road in Ripponlea.
Dan Gutman, Joel Sir and Daniel Fisher have the honours there. 766 square metres of land with a really fabulous period home. 4 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms.
And you can follow up from that going to the Carlton Collingwood game, Philip, and if you're a Carlton supporter, you'll just hide under the chair for most of the time.
Yes, that's going to be depressing.
Let's go. We'll be, Phil. Let's go on Saturday. Into Saturday, we've got triple auction action at 10:30 a.m. Let's start off with Howe Street, Leo Samuel's first auction.
Meeting Izzy Anstey there. That's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. That's a great property, Gary. We love that address. Stunning property inside and out.
And we're going to be in Milton Street at 10:30 with Jeremy Rosens at this beautiful looking apartment.
Meeting Nikki Jan over there. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. And buildings don't get better looking than that, and beautifully refurbished inside.
If you want to be glad and win come and buy this property at 10:30 in Gladwin Avenue in Bentley East. Simon Redolnick's the auctioneer.
Single story luxury there, Gary. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and of course we've got a double lock-up garage. That's a wonderful property. John Sweepo and Ben Eisner have the honours.
We have 4 auctions at 11:30. You and I are going to be rolled out to do our first auctions. Philip, you're going to be in Caulfield East in Clifton Street.
What a great property. Gorgeous facade. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking. We've got Leon Gusenfitter meeting Maya there, and what a great property that is. Beautiful.
And while you're there, Philip, I'm going to be in this other beautiful period style home. They don't look entirely dissimilar, do they? 29 Moore Street in Caulfield South.
Sits on 667 square metres of land. A really good family home. 4 bedrooms and a study, 2.5 bathrooms, and that's being handled by Joel, Idan and Darren.
And just up from Jeremy Rosen's office in Inkerman Street is this apartment we're going to be auctioning. Tell us a bit about it.
Classic building. This was built and designed by Neo Metro, Gary. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. A killer location, part of the St Kilda Groove, and that's being handled by Morris and Jeremy.
We go from Gladwin to Gnarwin. Phil, we're going to be at 11:30 in Narwin Road in Carnegie.
Dizzy Wang and Christian Defreck there. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a lock-up garage. That's a great building, a great location, lots to love.
We've got 4 12:30 auctions, Philip. The first of them is in Mackay Avenue. Leo Samuel's auctioning this one.
Meeting Izzy Anstey there. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a lock-up garage and storage or a carport. That's a really good property and a great location.
And Jeremy goes a block from Inkerman over to Carlisle Street and gets to auction this terrific 2-bedroom apartment.
Part of the St Kilda vibe and the action there. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, secure car space. You can walk everywhere from there.
Simon Redolnick is going to be meeting Mark Kirkham in Malvern East. We're covering 10 suburbs on Saturday, Phil. Malvern East is just one of them.
Mark and Uddy have had the honours of handling that property. A single-storey villa with a lock-up garage, 2 bedrooms and a bathroom.
And I'm looking forward to meeting Joel Sir and his team in Booran Road for this terrific-looking property for my 12:30 auction.
Joel and Reno have got the honours there. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, plenty of off-street car parking. That's a really good property. We love that location. You can't go wrong.
Things are always hot in Cairns, Phil, and that might be so in Cairns Grove as well in Bentley. Leon Gusenfitter has been handling this property. I'm doing the auction.
Meeting John Sweepo. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Incredible land component there. That's a fantastic opportunity to buy a home and move straight in and think about how you might further update.
You've got the last 3 auctions of the day, Phil, rounding out your busy Saturday. You're going to be in Patterson Road in Bentley at 1:30.
Meeting Leo Bar and Leo Yu. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, plenty of garden areas. That's a really good property. And Patterson Road, Bentley, how amazing is that location?
It's changed a lot, hasn't it? It was a Sleepy Hollow and now it's all happening. Phil, you hit the top of Patterson Road, you get into Pean Highway, turn right and get down to that auction of yours in Mitford Avenue, which is going to be at 2:30 p.m.
Mitford Street, Elwood. Yes. This is one building, but it's apartments numbers 1, 2 and 3. So you get to buy the whole lot. You can live in this and rent the other 2 out. You could convert it to a family home subject to council approval. It sits on 531 square metres of land. That is an amazing building with so much upside and potential.
And Phil, you're going to be at 3:30 in Acton Street for this magnificent apartment, first time offered in many, many years.
Gary, this is the Summerlin Mansions. This is, you've got St Kilda at its best because you're really at the intersection of Fitzroy Street and Ackland Street. So you've got the beach, you've got the cafes, you've got 2 incredible strip shopping centres. This property is an amazing property. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a car space. Nikki Janover and Jessica Filipovic have had the honours of working there. They love that building, as do I.
Leads us into Sunday, Philip, and it's going to be a busy one. So Jeremy Rosen kicks off back in Carlisle Street, 10:30 a.m. for his first auction.
Loving the Carlisle Street Balaclava stroke St Kilda East action. Morris Bitton, Jeremy Rosen's 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. That's a great building, great location, everything to love about that.
And I'm kicking off my Sunday morning auction account, Philip, in Orong Road. I'm beating Mark and Uddy there.
You are, Gary. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. What a stylish building this is. An extra large apartment that's got really big entertaining areas. We really do love that building. building, and that's across the road from the Woolworths. So how convenient.
You can have a little sleep in, Phil, on Sunday, but not too late, because 11:30 is the time of your first auction, and it's 147A Bamborough Road. Great looking property.
Oh,
indeed.
Gary, this is 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage. Comes with a turntable, so you never have to back out into Bamborough Road, which is really clever. Sits on 383 square metres of land, so that makes it one of the larger blocks. That's just the most incredible property. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, double lock-up garage.
Triple auction action at 12:30 on Sunday, Phil. One of those auctions is yours at 144 Sycamore Street, Caulfield South.
Well, Gary, look out for the sold sticker there, because I don't think this property is going to make it to auction. If it does, it's magnificent. 4 bedrooms and a study, 3.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage. This is built by Rothstar Development. This is a husband and wife team that work together to create pure magic. This is one of the best you'll ever see.
1 Tennis Grove, Philip, is where Jeremy Rosens will be at 12:30.
Meeting Daniel Michmacher, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, again a double lock-up garage. Tennis Grove really is one of the secrets of Caulfield North, a beautiful street.
Get your backside, Parkside at 12:30 on Sunday. You'll meet me, Arlene, Daniel Pierre in this of course, wonderful complex with this fantastic villa, Phil.
Gary, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage, timeless elegance. Move straight into there and get on with life and be part of everything that Elsternwick has to offer.
At 1:30, you're going to be at 489 Kooyong Road in Gardenvale. What a terrific looking property
Gary,
this is.
sits on 920 square metres of land. This is a beautiful home. You could buy this, move straight in. You could buy this and think about further improvements, or you could buy this for the 920 square metres of land. 4 bedrooms and a study, 1.5 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking. That is a magnificent home.
I'd love to join you there, Phil, but I can't. I'm going to be in Brighton Road, Ripon Lee, auctioning this terrific apartment with Daniel Pierre.
Yes, Gary, meet Daniel, Romy and Bernard. That is a really good property. Check out the beautiful parquetry floors there. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space.
One of our most popular properties, Philip, but I'm not surprised, is this terrific property at number 4 York Street in Caulfield South.
Gary, Darren, Ben, Rothschild and Joel Sir have got the honours there. That is a beautiful home. 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, a swimming pool, everything that opens and shuts. That really is a beautiful luxury home.
Phil, you move on to another beautiful property, and this is in Murray Street. What a great opportunity this is in Murray Street, Caulfield.
Leon Gusenfitter, Maya Amendola have got the honours there. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 car parks. That is an amazing property. That's got everything, Gary. So you've got outdoor area. It's all brand new. It's fabulous.
That's a big wrap of our auctions, Philip. We have a busy weekend. We've got a couple of featured properties to talk about, which I'd like to discuss. One of those is in a great spot in Garden Court in Elwood. What a rare opportunity this is.
Gary, opposite the Botanic Gardens of St Kilda, this is the most amazing property. You're getting 4 apartments, 2 bedrooms each. You've got wraparound land. It sits on a 597 square metre parcel of land. That is an amazing property, Gary. You couldn't get a better location or a better opportunity.
And I love the look of this property in Jenkins Street, Phil. At the back is the park, I think, there, Princess Park, if I'm not mistaken, but 14A Jenkins Street is a terrific home.
Gary, this is an amazing property. 4 bedrooms and a study, 3 bathrooms. This is just beautiful in every possible way. The most stunning home, and the location is second to none. And that's being handled by Daniel, Arlene, Romy and Bernard.
And that is a big wrap on this April Fool's Day GPTV episode. Phil, we're in April already. Can you believe it? The year's just flying.
Gary, we're into the second quarter. And as a Carlton supporter, you would know the second quarter, you can take a beating. But in property, Gary, there is no question our team is a winning team with a winning formula. Thanks for watching GPTV. Have a great week. I'm Philip Kingston.
I'm Gary Pierre. We'll see you next time.